Hi, it's Bonnie. I wanted to share a card that I recently created in one of my classes that I thought you may enjoy making one for yourself. So if you tune in, please comment. I love to see any comments. But I just made this card, cute little fallish card, from the Falling for Leaves bundle set. This was my class. It was a product-based class in which the customers each received the stamp set with the coordinating thinlits, and they got to make 3 cards. And 3 different design cards, I guess you could say. And this was one of them. This is one of the 3 that they made. And I wanted to give you a little background as to why I decided to make this particular card. So when I was going through my cardstock to see what would inspire me, last month at my holiday card class, I had used the Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper. And I had a bunch of paper left over. And so instead of hoarding it, I went through and looked at the different patterns, and I came across the polka dots. Now the polka dot pattern here is Shaded Spruce and Old Olive and Whisper White. I would never think to put these 2 greens together. However, I did. I stepped out of my comfort zone and chose just to concentrate on the 2 colors in this designer series paper. Now the back of it looks like this, but I'm going to use this side. And as you can see, this is the finished product, and I'm just going to create one of the cards to show you how simple it can be. Even though I'm full of ink, because I will tell you, I already made the video and forgot to save it. So I'm making it again. Okay, so here we go. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to grab your Shaded Spruce cardstock, and in this case, I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to hold it up here so you can see that I've already scored it. This is at 2 3/4, and this is at 1 1/4. When you go and fold them to meet in the middle, you have a cute little, like, gatefold, as some may call it. So again, it's 4 1/4 by 11. You're going to score at 2 3/4, slide it through your trimmer, and at 8 1/4 for the other fold. You may find that when you do it, depending on how you score, you may find you have a small little gap. That's okay, because the cute little belly band that we're going to make is going to cover it. So no one's going to know, and then when they slide it off, they're going to know to open up the card. Okay, just if you don't want the pattern on the vertical on that on the right side, you can just flip the card over and put it on this side before you start writing. But you can also put the card this way, and then it's on the bottom and you can write, or turn it over, it can be on the top. So lots of ways to make my little card here. So okay, so now that we have our card base, we're going to grab our, I use Very Vanilla, believe it or not, even though there's Whisper White in here, I chose to use the Very Vanilla cardstock. This is at 5 1/4, and then this is at 4. This is my layering piece for the inside of my card. So you can see it's going to fit nicely in there. Going to fold it up, you're not going to see it. It's a nice little surprise. You're going to need 2 little pieces to go up on the front. 2 1/2 by 4. And then this one is going to go on this side, 2 1/2 by 4. So it's that 1/4 inch rule that I always say. I did already do my stitch shapes. I love, this is probably my favorite item in the catalog, the stitch shapes. I love them. I happen to own 2 pairs of them now. 2 sets, I guess you could say. And then I also use the layering circle oval in the Old Olive for my sentiment. Okay, so let's start stamping. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my sentiment. So I'm going to grab my Shaded Spruce. Oh, you know what? I might want to just tell you that. These are the new ink pads. They are a little different than the old ones. And what you're going to do is you're just going to like pop it open, push it forward, and then gently push it into place. Put that off to the side. This is a clear block. This is letter C, which is upside down for you, so let me turn it this way, letter C. I'm finding just from practicing with stamps and stuff, using the proper size block makes all the difference with your imaging. So in this case, the C block worked really well with my sentiment because look what happens. The ink is just on the stamp. It's not all over. Well, it's all over my hands, but it's not all over the block. I'm finding that people are using the wrong size blocks, and then they're wondering why they're getting smudges on their paper, or this is on their paper, or the ink is not going onto the stamp, but it's going onto the block instead. And then I'm just gonna press down, and I have my sentiment. So you can see, hopefully it's in focus, so you can see that. Okay, so my sentiment is done. I'm gonna put that off to the side. Now I'm going to grab the inside of my card. I already put my leaves on a block, and again, it's another C block. I need the Old Olive. This is the older ink pad style. And I'm just going to stamp. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm going to just stamp along the bottom. Now with the foam pads, you do not need to smush, but tap into the ink pad. When you smush it into the ink pad, what happens is the ink just separates away from the stamp as opposed to going onto the stamp. So just tap it. No need for heavy stamping of the ink. Okay, I have ink all over my hands though, because my hands, I don't know what's going on today. Okay, the next one I'm gonna put on a G block is the little vine. And we're gonna stamp that in the shaded spruce. And I'm just going to randomly place this on my card. So now hopefully I won't mess up this one, and I'll save this video since I decided not to save the first video. That's what you got to love about doing Facebook Lives. Okay, and I think, oh, you know what? I'm just going to put one right there. Okay, so the inside of my card is done. Put that off to the side. And now I've got my two pieces. Now, as you can see here, I chose just to do the outside or the bottom and the top. I wanted the middle with a lot of the Very Vanilla showing because I wanted an impact with the belly band. So it all goes together, right? It was too busy if I did too much. So I only did along the top and along the bottom. So let me grab back my leaves. And I'm just going to stamp. Oops. Ugh. You didn't see that, did you? Look at that. Two sides to stamping. Now, I have to be careful because I'm going to show you something. I wound up going into the ink pad. And that's because I rocked it. So, what you can do is, these are our new chamois that we sell. I put mine in a clear case. It does get all inked up. It does not affect how it cleans my stamp. Just going to lift up the corner here just to clean off that stamp. It looks lovely, doesn't it? But I'm telling you right now, you just rinse it out. You're fine. It cleans your stamps because as you can see, look, it's all clean. I'm all clean. So I don't have to worry about it getting that on my block. I rocked it in the ink pad there. So let me just do this part. Okay. Let me add some more of my little vines here, just to add some color. Now, would you ever pick shaded spruce and Old Olive to go together? I don't think I would. I know I wouldn't. I was so surprised that I tried it. That is what is one of the great things about Stampin' Up. We have the opportunity to create different color combinations that we never thought we would do. I never thought I would do this one. And then, you know, you can just fill in where you need to. But sometimes less is more. So we're done. I'm all done with that. The only thing left for me to do is I need to make 2 leaves for my belly band. So I added these 2 leaves right here. So I have some scrap paper. I'm going to grab my leaf. I'm going to just make one here in Old Olive. Grab my chamois. I'm going to just clean it up. Now, you can let this dry, and then when you go to use it again, just rinse it under water, and it will soften up and work. Okay, so now I have my 2 leaves, and believe it or not, I already cut them out in the Big Shot. So look at how fast that went, because the coordinating thinlits have this lovely piece here that cuts out those leaves. Perfect, right? Time saver, no fussy cutting. So put those off to the side. I'm a big believer in closing up your ink pads once you're done stamping so that no mess. Okay, let's grab my card base. I have my snail, and I'm just going to, whoops, throw everything. And I'm going to put this right here, like that. And then I have this. Grab my snail, add some adhesive, place this right here. Now I'm leaving a little bit of a border because again, this was a smaller piece, so it will create a nice border right here. And then we're gonna finish this up right here. All right, so I'm all done with my card base. Cute, right? Now, the belly band. So the belly band, again, is the Designer Series paper. It's 1 inch by 10. So you can make 14 belly bands from one sheet of 12 by 12. I love maximizing my product. Now, the trick with the belly band is you're just going to place it here and you're going to fold it over. It is going to overlap, but I want to leave a little bit of a gap. If you make the belly band too tight, it makes it very hard to slide off the card. So I'm just going to add some adhesive right there. Just kind of tap it down for a second because I want to make sure that it's going to slide. So you see, it's a little tight right now, but there you go. It's sliding. Don't make it too tight. Once you've got the proper size for your band, then you can go back in. Oops, look at I had ink on my hands. Dang it. Hate that. All right, so I'll fix that off camera. And I'm gonna just do this and this. It must be on my nail. It's in my nail, that's why. We're gonna do that. Maybe I just should show you how I'm gonna fix that really fast, huh? Well, I wiped my hands for a second. Let me just grab this. And we'll grab this, just so you guys can see. Clean off my ink pad here. And what we're gonna do, just so that I'm gonna put a little piece of my scrap here because I don't want it to get on my paper. And I'm just going to add a leaf right there. Oh, I'm messing up my whole card. Dang it. I'll fix it. I went up too high with the mask. We're gonna put that there. And then what I'm gonna do is, let me just do this. Okay, now I've messed this one up too. What am I gonna do? Ah! This is what I'm gonna do. See, Facebook Live, you gotta love it. Take this off gently. Almost at the end, and I messed it up, but you know what? You guys will see how I fix it then. So it's okay that that paper got ripped a little bit. Let me just grab another sheet of paper here. Gotta find my paper trimmer. Great. This is what happens when you don't practice. All right. 4 by 2.5. Granted, my stamps are out, so we're just gonna quickly fix my problem. And you guys can see how fast I fixed it. Yep, I have ink under my nail, so it got on that paper. Okay, voila, no more mistakes. The culprit is under my fingernail. And we're gonna place this right. Hold on. Come on. There we go. Okay. We're all fixed. Woo! That was scary. Okay. Let's see. No wrong in art. I fixed it. I fixed it. Quick fix, right? All right. So back to my belly band. Yeah, Sue, I see your comment, right? The color combination. I would have never, ever, ever put these two colors together, ever. Totally not my thing. So, okay, my belly band's on my card. Now my sentiment's going to go right in the middle, like so. My trick with this is put the adhesive, or the dimensionals, in this case, on the belly band. I don't want it up here because if I put them on this, it's going to stop my belly band. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to the back, and I'm going to place my little leaves right there. Okay, and hopefully it's going to hit. It's going to hit that dimensional right there, believe it or not. And I'm going to place this right there. So there's my card. Cute, right? It's missing one thing. Can you guess? Ribbon. And look, there's a little tiny shaded spruce ribbon. And I'm going to put a little glue dot. And I'm going to place it right there. And my belly band is done. Look, and it slides right off. I can open up my card. And I'm all done. Put the belly band back on. Come on. Put it right to the middle. And I have my sentiment, my card. So again, it can be, if you want, vertically, or it can be horizontally. So, sorry for that debacle of a video, but I hope you enjoyed that, and that you will want to add the Falling for Leaves bundle to your collection, and a few clear blocks. You can always use extra, and maybe the chamois too. So if you have any questions, of course, please contact me, and I hope you have a great day creating. Bye.